Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hammered Corner. We are 1 week into the new year, which makes every coin in our collections that little bit older. And excitingly, it has officially been 1 year since I posted my very first video here on YouTube. And boy, what an adventure we have all been on so far. We have created a great community here on the channel, and I couldn't be prouder of everyone of what we have created as a community. So in today's video, I thought we could talk about my collecting goals for the new year, what I think my collection will look like this time next year, and what my numismatic goals I have set myself personally to achieve, and why they're very beneficial for the hobby. Now, setting numismatic goals allows you to reflect on your progress way into the future. When you get involved in a hobby such as numismatics, outside of the internet groups, you may not get a lot of time or opportunity to reflect on all of the knowledge you have learned and really start to put it to the test. So last year I set myself a goal to learn how to recognize almost all coins and being able to ID as many as I could. And because of this YouTube channel, I've been able to research, study and teach many aspects of numismatics that at the beginning I didn't think would interest me as much. And because of this, my collecting interests have changed and developed into what it is today. It wasn't until late last year that my fiance asked about my coins that I really began to see how far I'd come on my journey. Never did I think after 1 year I would have surpassed 1,000 subscribers, but that in itself is one of my greatest achievements. To see a community of people commenting and letting me know that they have began collecting because of my channel has made all the hard work worth it. So what are my numismatic New Year goals for 2022? The biggest goal I've set myself this year is challenging myself to ID sterling Edward pennies. This is all about learning to identify Edward I and Edward II pennies using the classifications that categorizes them into classes and subclasses. Now this has been an area of numismatics that I've been keeping myself away from, as it was always a very intimidating area to try and learn. But I knew that if there is something that I shy away from, I'd better set myself a goal and go for it head first. I've been using the Rod Blunt website that gives a great insight into the coinage, the classes, subclasses, and what to look out for, and how to whittle each coin down so you can finally ID it yourself. But at present, it is all still a little confusing. So there are different crowns, lettering styles, busts, etc. used in different classes, but many of them are used on multiple classes. So it is really a case of finding 2, 3 or 4 different characteristics that your coin shares in order to find the class and subclass. Now, hats off to any sterling penny experts, as this really is a specialist subject that requires hours of study, research and dedication to learn. But I know that using this website and my Galactica book on Edward I and II pennies that I got for Christmas, I can push myself to learn it this year, or at least begin to. So how can I record my progress? Well, the beauty of the 21st century is that we all have video cameras in our pockets, and for me, I'm lucky to have my YouTube channel. So I'm able to make a small video talking about what I would like to achieve and what I'm struggling with, and in 1 year's time, I'll be able to reflect and review to see how far I've come. My second goal is to finally go to a coin fair and meet up with my online friends and learn about the hobby that way, as well as sharing some well-deserved ciders. There are a handful of fairs that are scattered about the year, and many collectors and dealers I have had the pleasure of talking to, interviewed or met will be attending. So if you're planning on going to one this year in the UK, then be sure to look out for a video that I will be posting to let you know which fair I'll be attending, and hopefully we'll be able to meet up and talk about some hammered and early mill coins together. And finally, what coin would I like to buy this year that I don't already have? A coin I would love to save up for and add to my collection is a Declaration issue shilling from the reign of Charles I. These were issued during the Civil War that bear the declaration of Charles I's manifesto, where he promised to uphold the Protestant religion, the laws of England and the liberty of Parliament. I was lucky enough to film these shillings and half-crowns that you can see on screen, all bearing the declaration on the reverse from a fellow collector. And unfortunately, these have a hefty premium compared to those without the declaration, so quite a bit of saving throughout the year may be required, although I am saving up for a house at the moment, so we'll have to see. So I'll be interested to look back next year and see how my challenges are going, what I have achieved and whether I or not have added a declaration issue to my collection. If I don't achieve the challenge of acquiring a declaration issue shilling, then I'm not too bothered about it, as I want to save and buy the right one when the time is right. But for the more challenging research areas, I'd be interested to see how far I've come in the next 12 months. So be sure to let me know down below some of your numismatic goals you've all set yourself, whether it be acquiring your first coin, buying some more numismatic literature, or trying to learn how to ID a specific coinage. So, I hope to converse with you on the topic down in the comments, and be sure to check out over 70 videos that I have now here on the channel, covering everything from Celtic to the Georgian periods. And thank you all for watching, and as always, keep collecting.